Words shape reality. The phrases we speak, the thoughts we internalize, and the beliefs we hold define the course of our lives. Among all the words we use, two of the most powerful are I am. These two simple words form the foundation of our identity, our destiny, and our spiritual connection to the greater universe. For centuries, spiritual traditions, philosophical teachings, and personal development principles have emphasized the importance of self-perception. From ancient scriptures to modern psychology, the concept of I am stands as a transformative force. In the biblical text, when Moses asks for the name of the divine, the response is profound. I am that I am. This statement is more than a name. It is a declaration of existence, an affirmation of boundless potential. But what does I am mean for you? How do these two words influence your daily life? The answer lies in how you choose to complete the sentence. The identity we create when you say, I am strong, I am capable, or I am worthy, you are actively shaping your reality. Likewise, when you say, I am not enough, I am broken, or I am unworthy, you reinforce a limiting belief system that holds you back. Your self-definition, whether conscious or unconscious, directly influences your actions, relationships, and potential. Many of us carry inherited narratives, shaped by childhood experiences, societal expectations, and past failures. We often accept these definitions without question, unaware that we have the power to rewrite them. The purpose of this book is to help you reclaim that power, to guide you in consciously shaping your I am statements and aligning them with your highest truth. Words as a creative force. There is an undeniable connection between our words and our reality. Science backs this up. Studies in neuroplasticity reveal that repeated affirmations and self-perceptions can rewire the brain. The more we affirm something, the more our minds and bodies begin to accept it as truth. This is why it is crucial to guard our I am statements carefully and use them to uplift, not diminish, our potential. The challenge, however, is that many of us have spent years, perhaps decades, reinforcing negative I am statements without even realizing it. It's time to break free from those cycles and step into the version of yourself that you were always meant to be. A journey of transformation. This book is not just about words. It is about transformation. Each chapter will take you deeper into understanding how I am shapes your life, providing you with tools, reflections, and actionable steps to redefine your self-concept. You will learn how to break free from limiting beliefs, harness the power of affirmations, and step boldly into your divine identity. You are the author of your own story. With every thought you think and every word you speak, you are writing the narrative of your life. It's time to claim your power, rewrite your script, and embrace the truth. You are more than enough. You are powerful. You are capable. You are divine. You are the great I am. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The power of I am. What if I told you that two of the most powerful words in existence are? These words are not just statements. They are commands to your subconscious mind, shaping how you see yourself and how the world responds to you. Every time you say, I am, you are giving life to an identity, whether you realize it or not. For most people, I am statements happen automatically. They say, I am tired. I am unlucky. I am unlucky. I am not good enough. Without thinking, they reinforce limitations that keep them trapped in a cycle of doubt, fear, and failure. But what if they change the script? What if you change the script? The secret to transforming your life begins with understanding and mastering the power of I am. The identity you accept becomes your reality from childhood. We absorb beliefs about ourselves from parents, teachers, and society. Maybe someone told you, you're not smart enough. Maybe you failed at something once, and now you believe, I am a failure. These statements don't just describe, they define. But here's the truth. You are not bound by those definitions. Every time you say I am, you are making a choice. You are deciding who you are, what you believe, and what you will become. Instead of saying, I am stuck, say, I am finding my way. Instead of, I am not good enough, say, I am growing into my full potential. These small shifts in language create massive shifts in reality. Rewriting your self-image, your brain is wired to seek proof of what you believe. If you believe I am always struggling, your brain will find ways to confirm that belief. If you believe I am resourceful and capable, your brain will look for ways to make that true. The good news? You can rewire your brain. Start by paying attention to how you complete the sentence. I am. Write down the negative statements you catch yourself saying. Then, replace them with empowering alternatives. This practice may feel small, but it has the power to shift your self-image and your destiny. The challenge for the next 24 hours, be hyper-aware of your I am statements. If you catch yourself saying something limiting, pause and reframe it. Turn I am overwhelmed into I am learning to handle challenges. Change I'm unlucky into I am creating new opportunities. This is not just about positive thinking. It's about taking control of your identity. Your words hold power. Your beliefs shape reality. And it all begins with 2 words, I am. Next chapter. Unlocking the science behind I am. Now that you understand the power of identity, we will explore how your brain, emotions, and actions align with the I am statements you choose. Get ready to take your transformation even deeper. Chapter 2. The science behind I am. Now that you understand the power of I am, it's time to explore why it works, not just in theory, but in science. The words you use shape your identity, but the reason they hold so much power lies deep within your brain's wiring. How your brain responds to I am. The human brain is an intricate system designed to seek patterns and reinforce beliefs. Every time you repeat a thought, your brain strengthens the neural connections that support it. This is known as neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated experiences and thoughts. When you say, I am successful, your brain begins looking for proof. It filters your experiences through this new belief and finds ways to validate it. The same happens when you say, I am not good enough. Your mind works hard to make that statement true, even if it means ignoring your wins and focusing only on failures. The reticular activating system, RAS, your internal gatekeeper deep within your brain, lies a powerful filter called the reticular activating system, RAS. Its job is to process the millions of pieces of information around you and decide what deserves your attention. The RAS works like a personal assistant, prioritizing what aligns with your beliefs. For example, if you constantly think, "I am always struggling," your RAS will highlight struggles and challenges while ignoring opportunities. But if you shift your focus to, "I am finding solutions," your brain will begin noticing ideas, people, and possibilities that help you succeed. This is why consciously choosing your "I am" statements is crucial. Your brain will work to prove them right. The emotional impact of "I am" words don't just shape your thoughts. They also trigger emotional and physiological responses. When you say, "I am stressed," your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. When you say, "I am at peace," your body responds by lowering your heart rate and reducing stress levels. Psychologists have studied the link between self-talk and emotions for decades. Research shows that affirmations, positive "I am" statements can reduce anxiety, boost confidence, and even improve physical health. The key is repetition. The more you affirm a belief, the more your brain and body accept it as truth. Reprogramming your mind with "I am." Now that you understand the science behind "I am," it's time to put it into practice. Here's a simple but powerful exercise. Write down your current "I am" statements. Pay close attention to the ones that limit you. Rewrite each one into an empowering statement. Turn "I am always failing" into "I am learning, grow." Say them out loud daily. Your brain responds to spoken words. The more you reinforce these beliefs, the more they take root. Visualize your new identity. As you say your new statements, imagine yourself embodying them fully. Feel the confidence, success, and power behind them. The challenge for the next week: commit to starting your day with 3 powerful "I am" statements. Speak them with conviction. Watch how your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to shift. Your brain is always listening. Make sure it hears the right message. Next chapter: breaking free from the old you. Now that you know how to rewire your mind, it's time to let go of the old self, the version of you that lived by limiting beliefs. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to break free from past programming and step fully into your true potential. Chapter 3: breaking free from the old you. Your past does not define you. The beliefs, habits, and experiences that shaped who you were yesterday do not have to dictate who you are today. But for most people, the biggest obstacle to transformation is not external. It's the identity they refuse to let go of. Wow. If you want to step into the full power of "I am," you must break free from the old you, the version of yourself that held on to fear, doubt, and limitations. Why we stay stuck in old identities? The human brain is wired for comfort and familiarity. Even when we want change, we often resist it because the old version of us feels safe. If you've been telling yourself, "I'm not good enough" for years, changing that belief to "I am more than enough" will feel uncomfortable at first. Why? Because your brain has built neural pathways around your old identity. These pathways act like well-worn trails in a forest. The more you've walked them, the deeper they become. Shifting to a new belief requires forging a new trail, a process that takes awareness, repetition, and consistency. The cost of holding on. Think about where your current I am statements have brought you. If you've been reinforcing an identity of struggle, lack, or fear, what has that cost you? Missed opportunities, broken relationships, unfulfilled dreams? If you keep saying, I am always failing, you'll never allow yourself to take the risks that lead to success. If you say, I am not confident, you'll avoid the opportunities that require courage. But what if, starting today, you decided to release that version of yourself? How to break free from the old one. Identify the old narrative, write down every negative, I am statement that you've believed about yourself. Be brutally honest. What have you been telling yourself for years? 2. Challenge the lies. Ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Could it be that you simply repeated this belief so many times that it became your reality? If someone else told you this belief, would you accept it as truth? 3. Choose a new identity. Look at your list and rewrite each statement into a new I am identity. If you wrote, I am not successful, change it to, I am creating success every day. If you wrote, I am unworthy, change it to, I am deserving of love and abundance. 4. Reinforce the new you daily. Your brain needs repetition to form neural pathways. Start your day by speaking your new I am statements out loud. Take action as the new you. Your transformation is not just about words. It's about action. Every time you make a decision, ask yourself, what would the new me do? Act in alignment with the identity you are stepping into. The challenge for the next 7 days, commit to eliminating old I am statements from your vocabulary. Every time you catch yourself thinking or saying a limiting belief, stop and replace it with a new statement. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are what you decide to be, starting now. Next chapter, the power of acting as if. Now that you've started breaking free from old beliefs, the next step is to step fully into your new identity. In the next chapter, we'll explore the psychology of acting as if, how embodying your new self before you feel ready can accelerate your transformation. Chapter 4. The power of acting as if. Transformation is not just about thinking differently. It's about being different. The fastest way to step into the identity you desire is to act as if you are already that person. Most people wait until they feel ready. They wait until they feel confident before they take action. But here's the truth. Action creates confidence. You don't become successful and then start acting successful. You act successful first, and success follows. This is the power of acting as if. Why as if works? Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between imagination and reality. Studies have shown that athletes who visualize themselves training activate the same brain regions as those who physically train. In other words, your mind responds to who you believe you are, not just who you've been. When you act as if you're already successful, disciplined, or confident, your mind starts rewiring itself to make that identity real. You're no longer hoping to become someone new. You're stepping into that version of yourself today. How to act as if in your life. Speak like the person you want to be. Pay attention to your words. Are you speaking like someone who is confident and in control, or are you reinforcing doubt? Instead of saying, I hope I succeed, say, I am building success every day. Move like that person. Your body language influences your emotions. Stand tall, make eye contact, and carry yourself with certainty. Even if you don't feel confident yet, your body will send signals to your brain that you are. Make decisions like that person before making any decision. Ask yourself, what would the best version of me do? If you were already the person you aspire to be, how would you act? Then do that. Dress and present yourself accordingly. Your appearance affects how you feel about yourself. If you want to feel more successful, dress like someone who takes themselves seriously. If you want to feel healthier, start wearing clothes that align with that vision. Surround yourself with the right environment. The people and spaces around you influence your identity. Spend time with those who embody the qualities you want. Create an environment that reflects the person you're becoming. The identity shift in action. Imagine two people trying to quit smoking. Person A says, I'm trying to quit smoking. Person B says, I don't smoke. Who do you think is more likely to succeed? Person A still identifies as a smoker who is struggling. Person B has already decided they are a non-smoker. That identity shift makes all the difference. The same applies to you. If you keep saying, I'm trying to be successful, you're still identifying with struggle. If you say, I am successful, you start aligning your actions with that identity. The challenge for the next 48 hours, act as if you are already the person you want to become. Speak, move, and make decisions from that mindset. Notice how this changes your energy, confidence, and opportunities. You don't need permission to become your highest self. Step into it now. Next chapter. Reprogramming your mind for automatic success. Now that you're acting as if, the next step is to make success automatic. In the next chapter, we'll dive into how to reprogram your subconscious mind so that winning becomes your default setting. Gramming your mind for automatic success. Success isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are at your core. When success becomes a part of your identity, it no longer feels like something you chase. It becomes something you naturally attract. But how do you get to that point? By reprogramming your subconscious mind. The role of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is responsible for over 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It operates beneath your awareness, running the mental programs you developed over a lifetime. If you've been conditioned to believe, I am not capable, your subconscious will find ways to confirm that belief, no matter how much you consciously want success. This is why so many people struggle to break free from old patterns. They set goals, take action, and push forward, only to find themselves sabotaging their progress. Their subconscious mind is still wired for the old version of themselves. The key to lasting transformation is installing new mental programs that align with success, confidence, and abundance. How to reprogram your subconscious mind. 1. Flood your mind with new beliefs. Your subconscious absorbs whatever you repeatedly expose it to. If you constantly hear, speak, and see empowering messages, they will become your new reality. Affirmations. Speak your new identity out loud every morning and night. Say, I am confident, successful, and unstoppable. Environment. Surround yourself with books, podcasts, and people who reinforce your new mindset. Visualization. Close your eyes and see yourself already living as your highest self. Feel the emotions that come with that success. 2. Use repetition to rewire your brain. The brain rewires itself through repetition. The more you repeat a belief, the more it solidifies in your subconscious. Write your new I am statements every day. Read them multiple times throughout the day. Record them and listen to them while you fall asleep. Repetition creates permanence. The more you repeat it, the faster it becomes your reality. Freeing, challenge, and replace limiting thoughts. Your old beliefs won't disappear overnight. They will try to creep back in. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, pause and replace it immediately. Example, old belief. I am not smart enough for this. New belief. I am constantly growing and learning. Your subconscious will eventually accept the new belief as truth. 4. Align your actions with your new identity. Your subconscious mind believes what you do more than what you say. If you declare, I am disciplined, but your actions show inconsistency, your subconscious won't accept the new identity. Prove to yourself that your new identity is real by taking action. If you say, I am confident, walk into every room with presence. If you say, I am successful, make decisions from a place of abundance, not fear. 5. Make it unconscious. The ultimate goal is for your success mindset to become automatic. You don't wake up questioning if you'll brush your teeth. Should just do it. Success habits should feel the same way. To reach this level, stick to a morning routine that reinforces your mindset. Stay disciplined until your new behaviors become second nature. Surround yourself with people who expect greatness from you. The challenge for the next 30 days, commit to reprogramming your mind. Speak your I am affirmations daily. Replace every limiting thought with an empowering one. Visualize your success for 5 minutes each morning. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and water will grow. It's time to plant the seeds of success. Next chapter. Eliminating the distractions holding you back. Now that you're building an unstoppable mindset, it's time to remove the distractions that slow you down. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the hidden forces that steal your focus, energy, and progress, so you can eliminate them for good. Chapter 6. Eliminating. The distractions holding you back. You can have the right mindset, the best strategies, and unstoppable ambition. But if you're constantly distracted, your progress will be painfully slow. Distractions are the silent killers of success. They steal your time, drain your energy, and keep you from fully stepping into your power. If you want to become the person you say you are, you must take control of your focus. The truth about distractions don't just come from the outside world. They come from within. Your mind is constantly looking for stimulation. And if you don't train it to focus, it will jump from one thing to another, never allowing you to go deep into your purpose. There are 2 types of distractions: external distractions, notifications, social media, TV, emails, people demanding your time. Internal distractions, self-doubt, fear, overthinking, procrastination, and emotional triggers. Most people try to eliminate external distractions, but ignore the internal ones. Both must be handled if you want to break through. How to eliminate external distractions: control your environment, designate a focused workspace, remove clutter. Your mind mirrors your surroundings. Set boundaries with people who interrupt your time. Destroy digital distractions, turn off notifications that don't serve your goals. Set specific times to check emails and social media. Use website blockers if you struggle with endless scrolling. Time block your focus schedule, dedicated time for deep work. Use a timer, e.g., 90-minute work sessions. Prioritize the most important tasks first. How to eliminate internal distractions. Reprogram your mind to resist urges every time you feel the urge to check your phone. Pause and breathe. Ask yourself, is this helping me or distracting me? Delaying the impulse weakens its power over time. Replace overthinking with action. Overthinking is a distraction disguised as preparation. Set a deadline for decisions and take action, even if it's not perfect. Eliminate energy drainers, toxic people, unnecessary drama, and pointless arguments keep you stuck. Audit your relationships. Who fuels you and who drains you? Walk away from anything that doesn't serve your highest self. Master your emotional state. Emotional triggers can derail your entire day. When you feel triggered, pause, acknowledge it, and refocus. The faster you regain control, the more unstoppable you become. The challenge for the next 7 days: commit to eliminating distractions. Identify your top 3 biggest distractions. Create a plan to remove or control them. Track how much more focused and productive you feel. Distractions are the enemy of your greatness. Take back control. Next chapter: the power of relentless consistency. Now that you've cleared distractions, the next step is to develop unshakable consistency. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to stay committed to your vision, no matter what challenges come your way. Chapter 7. The power of relentless consistency. Success isn't about what you do every single day. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or intelligence. It's relentless consistency. Most people fail not because they don't have the right plan, but because they don't stick to it long enough to see results. They start strong, get excited, but when progress slows, they give up. Winners don't stop. They stay the course, no matter what. If you want to become the person you envision, you must commit to consistency. Not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Why consistency is the ultimate superpower. Momentum creates mastery. The more you repeat an action, the better you become. Consistency turns struggle into second nature. Results compound over time. Small efforts, done daily, lead to massive breakthroughs. The first 90 days might show little progress, but those who persist see exponential growth. Discipline becomes identity when you stay consistent. You stop relying on motivation. Your actions become habits, and your habits define who you are. How to build unshakable consistency. 1. Lower the resistance. The harder a habit feels, the less likely you are to stick with it. Make it easy to start. Set small, winnable goals. Instead of saying, "I'll work out an hour every day," start with, "I'll do 10 minutes daily." 2. Commit to a non-negotiable standard. Decide that you will not skip, no matter what. Even if you're tired, busy, or unmotivated, show up. Train your mind to see action as the default, not an option. 3. Track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. Use a habit tracker, journal, or app to hold yourself accountable. Seeing your streak build will push you to keep going. Plan for the hard days. Motivation fades, but discipline carries you through. Expect obstacles and have a plan to stay on track. When life gets chaotic, stick to the basics. even if it's a smaller effort than usual. 5. Remove the all or nothing mindset. One bad day doesn't mean failure. Pick one habit that aligns with your I am identity. Do it every single day. No excuses. Track your streak and refuse to break it. Consistency isn't just about results. It's about proving to yourself that you are who you say you are. Next chapter. Embracing discomfort. The secret to explosive growth. Now that you're mastering consistency, the next step is learning how to embrace discomfort. In the next chapter, we'll break down why stepping into the uncomfortable is the fastest way to transform your life. Chapter 8. Embracing discomfort. The secret to explosive growth. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Every time you avoid discomfort, you choose to stay the same. Every time you push through it, you unlock a new level of your potential. The truth is, the most successful people in the world aren't the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who run toward discomfort instead of away from it. They understand that growth only happens outside their comfort zone. If you're serious about becoming your greatest self, you must stop chasing what feels easy and start embracing what challenges you. Why discomfort leads to breakthroughs. Discomfort forces growth. If you never push past your limits never expand. Struggle isn't a sign you're failing. It's proof you're evolving. Discomfort builds resilience. The more you expose yourself to hard things, the less fear controls you. You stop avoiding difficulty and start seeing it as a test of strength. Discomfort separates the average from the elite. Most people quit when things get hard. Those who don't are the ones who win. The ability to do what others want is your greatest advantage. How to train yourself to embrace discomfort. 1. Rewire your mindset. Stop seeing discomfort as something to fear. See it as a signal that you're leveling up. Every time you feel a resistance, say to yourself, "This is where I grow." The moment you want to quit is the exact moment you must push forward. 2. Do something uncomfortable. Every day, make discomfort a habit. Start small and build up. Take a cold shower. Wake up earlier. Start conversations with strangers. Lift heavier weights. Train yourself to get comfortable being uncomfortable. 3. Stop negotiating with yourself. The second you start debating whether to do something hard, you've already lost. Act before your mind talks you out of it. If you say you're going to do something, do it, no matter what. 4. Seek out challenges instead of avoiding them. The easy path leads to mediocrity. The hard path leads to greatness. Choose the path that scares you. The fear is proof it's the right move. When an opportunity makes you uncomfortable, say yes. 5. Shift your focus from feelings to actions. You don't need to feel motivated to take action. Some days you won't want to push yourself. Do it anyway. Winners don't wait to feel ready. They move, and readiness follows. The challenge for the next 7 days: do one thing every day that makes you uncomfortable. Write down what happens when you push through. Notice how much stronger and more capable you feel. Growth is always on the other side of discomfort. Run toward it. Next chapter. The unbreakable mindset. How to think like the world's top performers now that you're learning to embrace discomfort. It's time to develop an unshakable mindset. In the next chapter, we'll break down the thinking patterns of the most successful people in the world so you can apply them to your own life. Chapter 9. The Unbreakable Mindset. How to think like the world's top performers, the difference between those who succeed at the highest level and those who stay stuck isn't talent, luck, or resources. It's how they think. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you think like the masses, you'll get average results. But if you train your mind to think like the most successful people in the world, you'll start experiencing life on a completely different level. The goal is to develop an unbreakable mindset, a way of thinking that allows you to stay focused, confident, and unstoppable, no matter what challenges come your way. The mindset of the elite top performers operate from a different set of mental rules. Here's what separates them from everyone else. They see every setback as an opportunity. Most people see failure as a reason to stop. High achievers see it as a lesson. They don't get emotional over losses. They analyze them and use them to grow. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" they ask, "How can I use this?" They focus only on what they can control. They don't waste energy complaining, blaming, or worrying about things outside their control. They put all their focus on their actions, attitude, and mindset. Their energy isn't scattered. It's laser-focused on what actually moves them forward. They detach from their emotions when making decisions. They don't let fear, doubt, or temporary feelings dictate their actions. They act based on principles and discipline, not mood or emotion. If something needs to be done, they do it, no matter how they feel. They embrace pressure instead of avoiding it. The average person sees pressure as stress. The elite see it as fuel. They don't break under pressure. They perform at their best because of it. They lean into high-stakes situations because they know that's where true growth happens. They have an obsession with constant improvement. They never settle. No matter how much success they achieve, they're always looking to grow. They don't compete with others. They compete with their previous best. They treat mastery as a lifelong process, not a one-time goal. How to build an unbreakable mindset. 1. Train yourself to respond instead of react. Most people let emotions control their decisions. Train yourself to pause and think. When faced with a challenge, ask, "What's the best move here?" The stronger your ability to stay calm under pressure, the more control you have over your life. 2. Reframe every challenge as an opportunity. Instead of saying, "This is a problem," say, "This is a test." Look at every obstacle as a chance to prove your strength. Shift your perspective, and suddenly, nothing can break you. 3. Cut out negative influences. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Avoid those who constantly complain, make excuses, or doubt your vision. Your mindset is a reflection of what you expose yourself to daily. 4. Develop an "I will find a way" attitude. Winners never ask, "Can I?" They ask. They refuse to accept limitations. If one path is blocked, they find another. Failure isn't an option. Only adjustment and persistence. 5. Strengthen your mental toughness daily. Put yourself in situations that challenge your patience, discipline, and resilience. Push through discomfort, delays, and setbacks with zero complaints. The more you prove to yourself that you can handle hard things, the stronger your mindset becomes. The challenge for the next 7 days Every time you face a challenge, reframe it as an opportunity. Eliminate one negative influence from your environment. Make at least one decision based on logic and discipline, not emotion. Your mindset is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. Strengthen it daily, and nothing will be able to stop you. Next chapter. Breaking free from fear. How to take action even when you're scared. Now that you're building an unbreakable mindset, the next step is learning how to take action even in the face of fear. In the next chapter, we'll uncover how to eliminate fear-based thinking so you can move forward with absolute confidence. Chapter 10. Breaking free from fear. How to take action even when you're scared. Fear is the invisible cage that keeps most people trapped. It stops them from chasing their dreams, speaking up, taking risks, and becoming who they were meant to be. But here's the truth. Fear isn't real. It's a story your mind creates to keep you safe. Most successful people in the world still feel fear. They've just trained themselves to move forward despite it. That's the difference. If you want to break free from fear, you must rewire how you respond to it. The truth about fear is a liar. Fear magnifies the worst-case scenario and convinces you it's reality. 99% of the things you fear will never actually happen. The moment you challenge fear, it loses its power. Fear disguises itself as logic. Fear doesn't always feel like fear. It often shows up as rational excuses. What if people judge me? You fear of not being good enough. Fear shrinks when you face it. The more you avoid fear, the stronger it becomes. The moment you confront it, you realize it was never as big as you despite fear one. Reframe fear as proof you're on the right path. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a sign that you're about to grow. If something scares you, it's probably exactly what you need to do. From now on, when you feel fear, don't run. Lean into it. 2. Stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel 100% ready. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after taking action. The people you admire didn't wait until they felt ready. They jumped and figured it out on the way down. 3. Take the first step immediately. Fear thrives in overthinking. The longer you wait, the more fear grows. The moment you feel hesitation, act before your mind talks you out of it. Even a small step destroys fear's grip on you. 4. Desensitize yourself to fear. The more you do scary things, the less fear affects you. Talk to strangers. Speak up in meetings. Post your work online. Prove to yourself that nothing bad happens. Repetition kills fear. 5. Accept that failure is part of the process. Stop trying to avoid failure. It's impossible. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. Instead of fearing failure, fear standing still. The challenge for the next 7 days. Do one thing daily that makes you uncomfortable. Every time fear tells you not to do something, do it anyway. At the end of each day, write down what you learned from facing fear. Fear is nothing but an illusion. The more you face it, the weaker it gets. Next chapter, becoming unstoppable. How to develop the relentless drive to win now that you've learned to take action despite fear. The next step is developing an unstoppable mindset. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to cultivate relentless drive so nothing can stop you from achieving your vision. Chapter 11. Becoming Unstoppable. How to develop the relentless drive to win. Most people start strong but fade when things get tough. They lose motivation, slow down, and eventually quit. The few who rise to the top, they refuse to stop. What separates the great from the average isn't just talent or intelligence. It's relentless drive, the ability to keep pushing forward, no matter how hard it gets. The truth is, you don't need more motivation. You need an unshakable commitment to your vision. If you truly want something, you will do whatever it takes to get it. No excuses, no hesitation, no quitting. The mindset of the unstoppable they play. The long game, they don't chase instant gratification. They're obsessed with long-term success. They understand that great things take time, and they're willing to outlast everyone else. They show up every single day. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Whether they feel like it or not, they do the work. They don't care about opinions. They don't let fear of judgment stop them. They don't seek approval. They seek results. They find a way. No matter what, if one door closes, they kick down another. If they fail, they adjust and try again. Quitting is never an option. They use pain as fuel. They don't complain about struggles. They use them to push harder. Every setback, every rejection, every failure makes them stronger. They turn pain into power. How to develop relentless drive? 1. Create a vision so strong it pulls you forward. If your vision isn't powerful, you won't last when things get hard. Get crystal clear on what you want and why it matters. Every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself why you started. Develop ruthless self-discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Set non-negotiable daily habits that push you forward. The more disciplined you become, the more unstoppable you feel. Destroy all excuses. Stop telling yourself why you can't. Catch yourself when you start making excuses and shut them down immediately. The only way forward is action. Excuses don't exist in the minds of winners. 4. Train yourself to push past limits. The moment you want to quit is the exact moment you must push harder. Break through mental barriers by going beyond what you think is possible. The more you push, the stronger you become. 5. Adopt a no matter what mentality. If you truly want something, you must commit to it no matter what. Burn the backup plans. Make success the only option. Winners don't try. They do. The challenge for the next 7 days. Eliminate one excuse from your mindset. Push yourself 20% harder than you think you can. Every time you want to stop, tell yourself, keep going. This is where you separate yourself from the rest. Commit fully. Never back down. Become unstoppable. Next chapter. The power of self-belief. How to think and act like you're already there now that you've built relentless drive. The next step is developing unshakable self-belief. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to think and act like the person you want to become, so success becomes inevitable. Chapter 12. The power of self-belief. How to think and act like you're already there. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing else matters. Self-belief is the foundation of all success. It's the difference between those who take action and those who hesitate. Between those who push through and those who give up. The most successful people in the world weren't born with self-confidence. They built it. They trained themselves to think and act like the person they wanted to become, long before they had any proof. This is the key. You must believe you are capable before the world does. Why self-belief is everything. Your mind creates your reality. If you see yourself as weak, you'll act weak. If you see yourself as powerful, you'll act powerful. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe you deserve. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Ever will most people never fail. They just never try because they don't believe in themselves. If you don't believe you can, you won't even start. The only way to guarantee failure is to doubt yourself into inaction. The world reflects what you project. People treat you the way you treat yourself. If you carry yourself with confidence, the world responds to you differently. Act like you belong, and soon you will. How to build unshakable self-belief. 1. Stop seeking permission. Give it to yourself. You don't need anyone's approval to go after what you want. Stop waiting for validation. Decide that you are already enough. The moment you give yourself permission to be great, everything changes. 2. Act like the person you want to become. Success isn't something you wait for. It's something you step into. How would your future self think, speak, and act? Do that now. Walk, talk, and move through life as if you already are where you want to be. 3. Train yourself to shut down negative thoughts every time doubt creeps in. Replace it with absolute certainty. Say to yourself, I am more than capable. I am built for this. I will succeed. Thoughts shape reality. Choose the ones that empower you. 4. Prove to yourself that you can. Confidence isn't built by thinking. It's built by doing. Set small challenges for yourself and crush them. The more you prove yourself right, the stronger your belief becomes. 5. Refuse to let fear or failure shake you. Self-belief doesn't mean never failing. It means trusting yourself no matter what happens. If something doesn't work, adjust and keep moving forward. Winners aren't those who never fall. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. The challenge for the next 7 days: replace every self-doubt with a powerful affirmation. Take one bold action as if you already are the person you want to become. Carry yourself with unshakable confidence. Watch how people respond differently. Self-belief isn't a feeling. It's a choice. Decide right now that you are unstoppable. Next chapter: mastering your environment. How to surround yourself with what fuels growth now that you've built unshakable self-belief. The next step is controlling your environment. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to surround yourself with the right people, places, and influences, so success becomes your default. Chapter 13. Mastering your environment. How to surround yourself with what fuels growth. You are not just a product of your thoughts. You are a product of your environment. The people, places, and influences around you either push you forward or pull you back. Look at anyone who has achieved massive success. They didn't just change their mindset. They changed their surroundings. They removed distractions, cut off toxic influences, and put themselves in places that fueled their growth. If you want to reach your highest potential, you must master your environment. Why your environment matters? Your environment shapes your identity. You naturally absorb the energy, habits, and beliefs of those around you. If you're surrounded by people who think small, you'll think small. If you're around winners, you start acting like a winner. What you see and hear reprograms your mind. The content you consume influences your thoughts. Negative news, gossip, and drama drain your energy. Growth-focused books, podcasts, and mentors rewire you for success. Your physical space affects your focus. A cluttered environment leads to a cluttered mind. A space designed for focus makes you more productive. Your surroundings either support your goals or sabotage them. How to create a success-driven environment. 1. Cut out negative influences without hesitation. If someone constantly complains, doubts, or drags you down, distance yourself. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. People around you should push you to be better, not keep you the same. 2. Surround yourself with people who elevate you. Seek out those who are already where you want to be. Find mentors, join growth-minded communities, and absorb their mindset. When you're around greatness, you have no choice but to level up. 3. Control what you feed your mind. Replace social media scrolling with books, courses, and content that expand your thinking. Listen to successful people. Study their habits and apply what you learn. Your mind becomes what you consume. Feed it with power, not poison. 4. Optimize your physical space for growth. Eliminate distractions. Create a space that forces you to focus. Keep reminders of your goals where you can see them every day. Make your environment work for you, not against you. 5. Put yourself in the right rooms. Go where ambitious, driven people gather. Invest in events, masterminds, and experiences that expand your network. Being in the right room can change your entire trajectory. The challenge for the next 7 days: remove one negative influence from your life. Spend time with someone who challenges you to be better. Curate your content. Replace negativity with growth-focused material. Your environment is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. Control it, or it will control you. Next chapter: the art of relentless execution. How to take action and never stop moving forward. Now that you've built a powerful environment, the next step is mastering execution. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to take massive action consistently, so success becomes inevitable. Chapter 14: the art of relentless execution. How to take action and never stop moving forward. Dreams don't work unless you do. The difference between success and failure isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's execution. Most people stay stuck in the cycle of thinking, planning, and waiting for the perfect time. The few who rise to the top, they move. They execute. They take action before they feel ready. If you want results, you must train yourself to be a person who acts fast, adapts quickly, and refuses to stop. Why execution is everything. Ideas mean nothing without action. The world is full of people with great ideas, but very few who act on them. Execution is what separates those who succeed from those who just talk. An average idea executed today beats a perfect idea never executed. Speed creates momentum. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Fast action builds confidence, experience, and real results. Move first. Figure out the details later. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Most people don't take action because they want things to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. It's just fear disguised as logic. Done is always better than perfect. Consistency is the ultimate cheat code. One great action won't change your life, but relentless daily execution will. The most successful people aren't the most talented. They're the most consistent. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. How to become a relentless executor 1. Develop a bias for action. Stop thinking so much. Just do. Every time you hesitate, remind yourself. Action beats overthinking. Train yourself to take the first step immediately. 2. Eliminate the what-if mentality. Overthinking creates fear. Fear leads to inaction. Inaction leads to regret. Instead of asking, what if it doesn't work? Ask, what if it does? The only way to know is to take action. 3. Set clear. Urgent deadlines. Give yourself no more than 24 hours to take the first step toward any goal. Make execution urgent, not optional. 4. Build a system for daily action. Success isn't about one big move. It's about small, consistent steps. Set non-negotiable daily tasks that push you forward. If it's not in your daily system, it won't happen. 5. Measure progress, not perfection. Focus on moving forward, not getting everything right. Track your actions, celebrate small wins, and adjust along the way. The only failure is stopping. Everything else is data. Everything else is data. The challenge for the next 7 days. Take immediate action on something you've been putting off. Break a big goal into small daily steps and execute every day. Stop waiting for perfect. Launch, post, start, move. Relentless execution is the ultimate advantage. Act fast. Stay consistent. Never stop. Next chapter. The unshakable mindset. How to think like a winner in every situation. Now that you've mastered execution, the next step is developing an unshakable mindset. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to stay mentally strong, no matter what life throws at you. Chapter 15. The unshakable mindset. How to think like a winner in every situation. Your mindset is your greatest weapon. It determines how you handle challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. The strongest people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to break, no matter what happens. Life will test you. There will be obstacles, rejections, and moments where everything feels like it's falling apart. The question is, will you fold or will you rise? The most successful people in the world don't have easier lives. They just have unshakable mindsets. They train their minds to stay strong, focused, and unstoppable. And you can do the same. Why mindset is everything. Your mind creates your reality. If you think you can't, you won't. If you believe in yourself, you'll find a way. Your thoughts control your actions. Your actions control your results. Most people break under pressure. They let fear stop them. They let failure define them. Winners use pressure as fuel. Your response to challenges determines your future struggles will come. What winners reframe setbacks as opportunities to grow. How to build an unshakable mindset. 1. Train yourself to see challenges as tests. Every difficulty is a chance to level up. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, how can I grow from this? The stronger your mindset, the easier life becomes. 2. Rewire your brain for resilience. Catch every negative thought and replace it with power. When fear creeps in, say, I can handle this. When failure happens, say, this is part of my story. You are in control of how you think. Train your mind daily. 3. Develop the no matter what mentality. Decide right now. No quitting. No excuses. No stopping. Burn the backup plans. Make success the only option. When things get hard, double down instead of backing down. 4. Master emotional control. Weak people react. Strong people respond. Don't let emotions dictate your actions. Stay focused. Stay calm. Stay sharp. Stay in control. 5. Build relentless confidence. Stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for approval. Walk like you've already won. Winners think, speak, and move like champions long before they are. The challenge for the next 7 days. Eliminate one negative thought and replace it with power. When faced with a problem, immediately look for a solution. Decide that no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. Unshakeable people aren't born, they are built. Build yourself into someone who cannot be broken. Next chapter. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to eliminate distractions and lock in on your biggest goals so nothing can stop your momentum. Chapter 16. The power of relentless focus. How to eliminate distractions and lock in on your goals. Distraction is the silent killer of success. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or effort. They fail because they can't focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, and constant noise pull your attention in 100 different directions. If you don't control your focus, you'll never reach your full potential. Winners have one thing in common. They know how to lock in. They develop tunnel vision. When they chase a goal, nothing, not doubt, not failure, not outside noise, can pull them away. You must train yourself to do the same. Why focus is your greatest weapon. What you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you'll see more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll create more solutions. Your energy flows where attention goes. Distraction is the enemy of progress. Every distraction slows you down. Most people never finish what they start because they're always switching focus. Success requires deep, uninterrupted work. The most successful people guard their focus ruthlessly. They don't waste time on meaningless things. They structure their days to eliminate distractions. They don't just work hard, they work smart. How to develop relentless focus. 1. Cut out the noise. Delete or block anything that pulls you away from your goals. Social media? Set strict time limits. Negative people? Stop engaging. Endless notifications? Turn them off. 2. Train your brain to lock in. Set a timer for uninterrupted deep work. Start small, 30-60 minutes. Then increase over time. The longer you train your focus, the stronger it becomes. 3. Stop multitasking. It's slowing you down. Your brain can only focus on one high-level task at a time. Multitasking makes you sloppy and inefficient. Lock in on one thing, master it, then move on. 4. Structure your day for maximum output. Set clear work blocks with 0 distractions. Attack your biggest tasks when your energy is highest. Batch similar tasks together to maintain momentum. 5. Get obsessed with your goal. If your goal isn't exciting enough, distractions will win. Make your mission so clear and powerful that nothing else matters. When you're obsessed, focus becomes effortless. The challenge for the next 7 days: eliminate one major distraction from your daily routine. Use a timer to train deep focus sessions. Lock in on your one goal, and refuse to let anything pull you away. Your ability to focus is the ultimate advantage. Sharpen it, protect it, master it. Next chapter, the 10x rule: how to multiply your effort and dominate in every area of life. Now that you've mastered focus, the next step is multiplying your effort. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to go beyond average work ethic so you can dominate in everything you do. Chapter 17, the 10x rule: how to multiply your effort and dominate in every area of life. Most people set small goals. They put in average effort, and they wonder why they never break through. The truth: success requires massive action. Not a little, not enough to get by. Massive, relentless, obsessive action. If you want extraordinary results, you can't operate at an ordinary level. You must multiply your effort, push beyond limits, and approach everything with a 10x mentality. This is what separates those who struggle from those who dominate. What is the 10x rule? Set goals that are 10x bigger. Most people aim too low. They set goals based on what feels realistic. The problem: small goals create small action. Massive goals force you to think, act, and work at a higher level. Put in 10x the effort if you think you're working hard. Multiply by 10. The biggest mistake: underestimating how much action is required for success. If you want to win big, outwork everyone. Expect 10x the challenges. Most people give up because they assume success will be easier than it is. Prepare for obstacles. Anticipate problems. Expect resistance. Winners don't stop when it gets hard. They push harder. They push hard. How to apply the 10x rule to your life. 1. Stop thinking small. If your goal doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Aim so high that it forces you to become a different person. Stop asking, what's possible? And start asking, what would be insane? 2. Raise your standard for effort, the difference between winning and losing. Effort. Put in more reps, more hours, more energy than anyone else. If the average person works 40 hours a week, you work 80. 3. Become relentless about execution. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop looking for permission. Take massive action, adjust along the way, and never stop. The only way to fail: not doing enough. 4. Cut out distractions and time wasters. Every minute spent on nonsense is a minute stolen from success. Cut social media. Cut pointless conversations. Cut anything slowing you down. If it doesn't move you forward, eliminate it. 5. Why? Think long term, but move fast. 10x success doesn't happen overnight. But daily 10x action adds up. Act fast, make adjustments, and stay obsessed with the bigger vision. Winners don't wait for the perfect plan. They move now. The challenge for the next 7 days: set a goal 10x bigger than what you originally planned. Increase your effort. Double your work rate, then double it again. Eliminate anything that doesn't push you toward your 10th goal. Most people think success requires average effort. They are wrong. It takes 10x the effort, 10x the discipline, and 10x the obsession. Next chapter: the power of relentless discipline. how to stay consistent when motivation fades now that you've learned how to multiply your effort. The next step is staying consistent. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to build the kind of discipline that keeps you locked in long after motivation fades. Chapter 18. Unshakable confidence. Confidence is not something you acquire overnight. It is a lifelong process that begins with the simple but powerful recognition that you are the creator of your own destiny. The realization that the power to shape your life lies within you forms the bedrock of unshakable confidence. Confidence is not merely the belief that you are capable. It's the unwavering certainty that, no matter the challenge or adversity you may face, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate through it. This unshakable confidence comes from a deep understanding that you are in control of your own journey. It isn't about having all the answers or never experiencing doubt. It's about cultivating a mindset that, regardless of circumstances, you will continue forward. Confidence comes from accepting your power to choose, even in the face of uncertainty. To build this kind of confidence, you must first recognize your own worth. Self-affirmation is the key that unlocks this understanding. Each day, you must remind yourself of who you are and what you are capable of achieving. Your thoughts shape your reality. And when you think of yourself as powerful, capable, and deserving, you begin to draw those qualities toward you. The next step is visualization. If you can see your success in your mind, it becomes far easier to make it a reality. Visualization is a tool that athletes and high achievers have used for centuries. It is the act of mentally rehearsing your goals as if they have already been achieved. When you see yourself succeeding, your mind starts to believe that it is possible, and you begin to make decisions that align with that vision. Every great achievement begins with a vision, and confidence is built on seeing the path before you. But even with these practices, there is an important truth you must accept. Growth happens in discomfort. It's easy to avoid difficult situations and to shy away from challenges that seem too hard or overwhelming. However, your most significant breakthroughs come when you are willing to step into discomfort. The discomfort is your teacher. It shows you where you need to grow, what you need to overcome, and where your true strength lies. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the courage to move forward despite it. As you begin to embrace discomfort, you will notice something powerful happening. Your confidence starts to grow in proportion to the challenges you face. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth, and every failure becomes a lesson that prepares you for your next victory. Remember, your power isn't just in what you do or what you have. It's in who you are. When you stand firm in your truth, in the knowing that you are enough and worthy, you radiate an energy that others cannot ignore. This energy, this magnetic force, is what attracts opportunities, people, and situations that align with your desire. The energy you project into the world is a direct reflection of your internal confidence. And when you embrace your power, you become unstoppable. The I am is not just a statement. It is a declaration of your truth. It is the essence of who you are, your connection to the infinite source of power within you. When you declare, I am, you are tapping into an eternal well of strength, wisdom, and possibility. This is the power that drives you toward your highest self. It is the knowing that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, because the very essence of your being is aligned with the universe's limitless potential. As you continue on your path, understand that confidence is not a destination. It's a continuous journey. Each day is an opportunity to affirm your worth, to embrace your power, and to live with unshakable confidence. The more you practice these principles, the more your life will begin to reflect the strength, clarity, and purpose that come with knowing who you are. Chapter 19. Mastery over your mind. The mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It shapes your thoughts, influences your actions, and determines the outcomes of your life. However, mastering your mind is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. You must learn to be the observer of your thoughts rather than the victim of them. When you take control of your mind, you take control of your life. The mind can be a chaotic space, filled with doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, but you have the power to quiet the noise and direct your focus on what truly matters. This begins with mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in each moment. When you are mindful, you are not lost in the past or future. You are grounded in the now, where your power lies. Many of your thoughts are not your own. They are the result of external influences, past experiences, and societal conditioning. These thoughts often create a narrative that limits your potential. You must begin to question these thoughts and beliefs. Are they serving you? Are they empowering you to live your fullest life? Or are they keeping you trapped in a cycle of doubt and fear? To master your mind, you must replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. This starts with the understanding that you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are simply reflections of your current state of consciousness. You have the power to change them by consistently choosing thoughts that align with your highest vision for yourself. You begin to rewire your brain for success. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. When you visualize your desired outcomes, you are not just imagining them. You are conditioning your mind to believe they are possible. Your mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. The more you visualize, the more your mind aligns with your goals, bringing you closer to your desired reality. Another key aspect of mastering your mind is the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that help to reprogram your subconscious mind. When you consistently repeat affirmations that resonate with your goals, you begin to shift your self-image. You start to see yourself as capable, powerful, and deserving of success. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions begin to align with this new self-image, creating a ripple effect that brings your goals into fruition. As you take control of your mind, you will begin to notice the power of your thoughts in shaping your reality. Your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner world. The more you focus on thoughts of abundance, success, and possibility, the more these things will manifest in your life. But this process requires patience and consistency. Your mind has been conditioned over years, even decades, to think in certain patterns. It may take time to undo these patterns and replace them with new, empowering ones. However, with dedication, you will begin to see the shifts occur. You will find that you are no longer a slave to your thoughts, but the master of them. Mastery over your mind is the key to unlocking your true potential. When you learn to control your thoughts, you control your destiny. The thoughts you think today will shape the life you live tomorrow. Choose them wisely, and always remember that you are the creator of your own reality. Chapter 20. The law of attraction. The law of attraction is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. And when you understand how to harness it, you begin to unlock your infinite potential. Simply put, the law of attraction states that like attracts like. What you focus on, think about, and feel on a consistent basis will attract similar energy back into your life. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act like magnets, drawing experiences, people, and circumstances that match your vibration. The key to understanding the law of attraction lies in the understanding that you are always attracting energy. Your inner state of being, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create a frequency that the universe responds to. If you want to attract success, abundance, and love, you must first become a vibrational match to those things. Your vibration is determined by your thoughts and emotions. Positive thoughts and emotions raise your vibration, while negative thoughts and emotions lower. If you constantly think about what you lack, what you fear, or what you cannot do, you are broadcasting an energy of lack and limitation. This will only attract more of the same into your life. On the other hand, when you focus on abundance, success, and gratitude, you raise your vibration and begin to attract those very things. This is where the power of the I am statement becomes crucial. When you affirm, I am successful, I am abundant, or I am worthy of love, you are declaring to the universe that you are already a vibrational match for those things. You are not asking for something you don't have. You are simply aligning your energy with what you want to receive. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful tools you can use to manifest your desires. But understanding the law of attraction isn't just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you desire. You must not only think about abundance, you must feel the emotions of abundance. You must act as if you already have what you want. This is what aligns you with the energy of the universe and opens the door to unlimited possibilities. The law of attraction is also about trust. You must trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when things seem uncertain or challenging. The universe is constantly delivering what you need, but it may not always come in the form you expect. Trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. If something doesn't manifest right away, it's not a sign that the law of attraction isn't working. It may simply be a sign that you are not yet aligned with it, or that something even better is on the way. One of the most effective practices for aligning with the law of attraction is visualization. Visualization is a tool that helps you create a mental picture of your desired outcome. When you vividly imagine what you want to attract, whether it's a career, relationship, health, or wealth, you send out a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive it. The more you visualize, the more you reinforce your belief in its manifestation. Gratitude is another powerful tool in working with the law of attraction. When you express gratitude for what you already have, you elevate your vibration and send a message to the universe that you are open and ready for more. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, and in doing so, it creates a magnetic energy that draws more to you. Remember, you are a powerful creator. The law of attraction is always working, whether you are aware of it or not. By consciously directing your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward what you want to attract, you begin to consciously create the life you desire. Trust in the process, remain consistent, and always align with the energy of what you want to bring into your life. The universe is abundant, and so are you. When you tap into the law of attraction and align with its energy, you unlock an infinite flow of possibilities. The power lies within you to create the life you've always dreamed of, and the universe is ready to help you manifest it.